Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here. Now, Steve Martin is facing a lot of backlash from crazy PC SJWs after he posted a tweet calling Carrie Fisher beautiful. Now, what he actually said was, "When I was a young man, Carrie Fisher was the most beautiful creature I had ever seen. She turned out to be witty and bright as well." So, doesn't seem offensive to most reasonable people that aren't afraid of their own shadows. It is not offensive. And the fact that people are taking the time out of their day to be offended by this is just really a good sign of the times. This PC culture is totally nuts. They want to find a victimhood in basically everything that happens. They cause so much uproar that Steve Martin actually deleted the tweet, which is quite disappointing. I hate it when people apologize. I hate it when people actually back off because of these ridiculous millennial tools. And these SJWs are acting as if he's using her death to claim that she was beautiful. But what he said was, to him, she was always beautiful, but then it turned out that she was witty as well. Hey, guess what, people? Some women are dumb and good looking. Other women are smart and good looking. Other women are smart and not good looking. There are different shades, different types of people. But of course, these SJWs want to collectivize everything into one group. Everyone's beautiful. Everyone's great. Everyone is smart. Everyone is intelligent. Anything else is an objectification of women in general, or men. Well, wait, no, they don't stand up for men. I should stand back on that one, actually. But it's just another example of how these coddled little creatures that are indoctrinated by the college and university systems to be cultural Marxists and be offended by everything are really getting to the precipice of their fight. So they think that he's using her death to say she's beautiful. Well, what they're actually doing is using her death to make ridiculous talking points. Okay, maybe Carrie Fisher fought against being a sex symbol in her lifetime. What does that have to do with the fact that he is simply making a nice, polite tweet about someone who died, someone that he had met, someone that he had known? And of course, with the day after Debbie Reynolds dying, it's another very sad case. And Debbie Reynolds I'm a fan of hers. I love old movies. But the fact that people are trying to turn this pop culture issue into some form of victimhood is just another example of how SJWs act. So when I hear people say I'm offended over something, I just simply say I don't care. They're literally just unable to take care of their own feelings, so they want other people to take care of their feelings for them. Well, that's not how life works. You know, when people were fighting in World War I or World War II, they weren't looking for their safe spaces. They weren't looking to play with some Play-Doh on their college campus and, you know, play with Lego and whatnot. It's just absurd that this is where we got to, and this is how people become subservient to the state and to the centralized powers that be, is that we become so weak that we ask to be handed everything. We want everything for free. We can't do anything for ourselves. We can't take care of ourselves. No such thing as personal responsibility. Everyone has to look out for us. Well, that's not how life works. And, you know, that's a good way for us to go extinct real fast, is to completely let our guard down and make everyone take care of us for us because we are too dumb, dim-witted, and weak to do anything for ourselves. So this is just another sad story to hit the news. A lot of people find it funny. I do find a lot of these SJW stories funny, but it does have an underlying dangerous meaning for our futures and for future generations. We need to strengthen up. We need to start being personally responsible and stop acting like everything is some form of victimization. Comedians are comedians. They make funny jokes, and if you don't like it, you don't have to listen. But of course, these new aristocratic brand of cultural Marxists that have come upon us, that have basically tried to put a damper on basically everything anyone ever says, that everything is offensive, this is how our civilization will fall. And also, you know, one of their main enemies at this moment is Donald Trump, for some good reasons and for several unlegitimate reasons that they've made up out of their mind. They've created fantasies in their brain because they want to be victimized, because they don't know anything, they haven't studied anything, so they can't talk about anything. So they try to make themselves look smart by being offended over everything. And this is exactly why Donald Trump won. This is why Donald Trump won. This is why they are going down, is because the left has just gone totally delusional to the point of no return. People are sick of it, including liberals, including people on the left. They're sick of being told what they can and cannot say. They're sick of these hate crime laws like in Canada with Bill C-16, where if anyone calls a woman or a man, then that's some form of hate crime and they should serve time in prison. I mean, this is really insane. And we're seeing the same kind of stuff in Germany as well. So we need to get on top of this stuff. We need to start calling out these losers, these fools, these trust fund rich kids that tell us how privileged we are while they're living on their parents' dime in their parents' basement, eating Cheetos and playing video games all day, and then claiming that they're getting an education by going to women's studies or whatever. You know, they are fools and they are tools of the establishment, and they're being used, and they will have a sad awakening when they're older and realize that everyone hates them because they are total pampered assholes, and that at the same time they can't get a job because they went to some stupid course in university that doesn't actually provide them with any future. It just puts them in debt, and then their parents are paying off their debts. So I'll wrap it up from here. I just wanted to do something quickly on it because I've seen this all over the news today. It's really annoying. I'm so sick of these SJW stories continuing to pop up. You'd think that they slowly kind of stop hitting the headlines because people are just in general sick of it. Only I think maybe 1% of the population actually believes in this BS. But nonetheless, it's still hitting the headlines, and we got to talk about it. And we need to call out the monster by its name and say these SJW cultural Marxist fools are going to be the death of human civilization and Western civilization and any common sense left in humanity, because we are losing it fast, and they're only allowing for other crazy movements to pop up and combat against them. And we as liberty-loving, freedom-loving individuals need to stand up and say enough is enough. We shouldn't go to any extremes. We shouldn't be going towards communism or socialism out of our false victimization that we create in our minds. And we shouldn't be going into full-on police state powers like much of what the alt-right is trying to push forward at this moment. We need to be here as individual voluntarists that believe in freedom, that don't believe in government coercion, and also don't believe in censorship of ideas and words, because the only way we develop as a civilization is through unpopular ideas clashing and us getting the best and the worst out of it. So I'll leave you at that, and I'll be back at you with much more. Check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon. We can't do it without you. Any donation is very much appreciated. And of course, check our link to Anarchapulco in Acapulco, Mexico, where you can save 10% on your tickets to Anarchapulco by typing in promo code WAM. That's WAM. Stay tuned, everybody. This is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.